Zimbabwe's leader, President Emmerson Mnangagwa, has said measures are being put in place to cushion vulnerable people as the country faces an El Nino-induced drought. Zimbabwe is facing a bad harvest this year following the poor rains received in most parts of the country. Already, plans for this year's winter cropping season have been set in motion. The president was speaking at the 374th ordinary session of the ZANU-PF Politburo in Harare today.
So far, the ZANU-PF government has already set plans in motion for the winter cropping season. We are a nation capable of feeding ourselves. As a caring and a listening party in the ZANU-PF government, we have put in place measures to ensure that no one dies of hunger.
Meanwhile, the president met with traditional leaders in Harare earlier today, where he tasked them to identify vulnerable groups in their communities to facilitate distribution of food aid.
In view of the dire effects of the El Nino weather phenomenon, I want to assure the nation that measures have been put in place to guarantee adequate food for all communities of our country. Murikuona kuti mvura yana kunaya zvakanaka and kumatunhu mazhinji munyika nzara yatodongorera padzimba, saka hurumende inofanira kugadzirira kubatsira matunhu iwawo.
In the following story, our correspondent Faith Nyaude looks at how some local farmers have been coping with the erratic rains received so far this season.
2024 is proving to be a challenging year for farmers as effects of low rainfall received during the 2023 farming season manifest. Usually, it is the vulnerable who come second best. In the Zimbabwean provinces, where rains are often minimal, they are expecting the worst. Some of them did not bother to till their fields when they got wind of an impending drought.
Sokuchile konke akula lutho sosicela uncedo ku-government ukuthi lizosiza abantu ngendlala sokufiwa lezifuyo zethu azisela kudla asilamadamu thina vele ngathi silamachibi nxa singathola indlela zokuthi amadamu lana asikutshwe kwenza ukuthi nxa izulu libuya amanzi ahlale ukuthi sondle izifuyo zethu.
This year there will be drought and some people can die if they don't come down. Even the government, I think, can come and help us. In especially Zimbabwean South and Zimbabwean North, it's too difficult now.
Millers say despite fears, they have enough grain in stock.
As I indicated, since January up to now, the maize is coming from millers imported. So we didn't even touch that stocks is perhaps going to be used for whatever it's going to be used for. We have been very creative in bringing the grain, and the market is adequately supplied.
At first, hope kept farmers going. They believed the heavens would open up just in time to salvage crops. But as at the moment, all hope appears lost. For ZTN Prime, I'm Faith Nyaude.
We are now joined by Paul Zakaria, the Zimbabwe Farmers Union Executive Director, to help us get an appreciation of the state of crops in different parts of the country. Good evening, Paul. How are farmers reacting now that the season has panned out this way?
Well, the season definitely is not going in our favor. There is a lot of cause and reason to worry. Our farmers are already beginning to count their losses. Most of the crop is either between the severe heat stress and wilting. We are already seeing that our farmers are making some measures. Others are desperate enough even to bring water to their plants depending on size. But for the greater part of the crop, there is virtually nothing that our farmers can do at the moment. So these are desperate times, and our farmers are actually very desperate and hoping that one way or another the rains would come and salvage that little that may come out of the fields. So currently that is the state of affairs.
And what are some of the challenges that farmers are facing across the country?
Apart from the heat stress, it is also issues to do with, the alternatives, what then alternatives can be done in terms of producing something that can, within the shortest possible time, with as little moisture as is deemed possible, through irrigation and things like that. So irrigation facilities are a big concern, and then also the working capital that is required to start a new crop and a new regime. That is also another very, very testing and worrisome issue. Our farmers at the moment in the desperate situation, they are just hoping for the best.
Konapo Konapo, Ipapo Ipapo pa ZTN Prime, DSTV channel 294.